It started with a simple question, but the answer caught everyone off guard. When a rising tennis star is asked to name their dream mixed doubles partner, you expect the usual legends, the biggest names, the safe choices. But this time, the response wasn't just predictable admiration, it was a glimpse into the mindset of a fearless new generation. And that's exactly what Alexandra Eala delivered. At just 20 years old, Eala is already carving out a reputation as one of the most exciting young players to watch. Her journey hasn't been limited to singles alone. While many rising stars focus entirely on climbing the singles rankings, she has quietly built a strong presence in doubles as well. This season alone, she stepped into the women's doubles draw in nearly half of her tournaments, showing that her game isn't one-dimensional. But here's where things get interesting. When asked about her dream mixed doubles pairing, Eala didn't hesitate to mention two of the biggest names in tennis, Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz. That part? Completely expected. After all, who wouldn't want to share the court with players who define excellence in the modern era? But then came the twist. Eala added another name, one that made fans pause, think, and immediately start imagining possibilities. Joao Fonseca. A young, dynamic talent, just 19 years old, and not someone typically associated with mixed doubles discussions. That choice wasn't random. It revealed something deeper about Eala's perspective on the game. She didn't just talk about skill. She talked about energy. About crowd presence. About the kind of atmosphere a player brings to the court. And in her eyes, Fonseca has that spark, the ability to light up a stadium, to connect with fans, to turn a match into an experience. And honestly, that says a lot about how she sees tennis. Because mixed doubles isn't just about combining two technically strong players. It's about chemistry, rhythm, and personality. It's about how two players move together, communicate under pressure, and create moments that fans remember long after the match ends. Now here's the surprising part, Fonseca himself hasn't really explored doubles that much. In fact, his only significant appearance in men's doubles this season came earlier in the year at the Rio Open. Partnering with the experienced Marcelo Melo, he stepped into unfamiliar territory. And instead of just gaining experience, he went all the way. The duo lifted the title, defeating a strong team in the final. That victory raised eyebrows. Not because it was expected, but because it showed what Fonseca is capable of when he steps outside his comfort zone. Since then, though, his focus has shifted back to singles. He's been grinding through major tournaments, building momentum, and proving that he belongs among the sport's rising elite. His performances at events like Indian Wells and Monte Carlo have shown flashes of brilliance, the kind that suggests he's only scratching the surface of his potential. So when Eala mentions him as a dream partner, it's not just about admiration. It's about vision. She sees something that hasn't fully been explored yet. And that's what makes this story so compelling. Because imagine this for a second, a mixed doubles pairing featuring two of the brightest young stars in tennis. Both fearless. Both energetic. Both hungry to prove themselves on the biggest stages. It's not just a match. It's a statement about the future of the sport. But let's be real. As exciting as it sounds, this partnership isn't likely to happen anytime soon. Fonseca is deeply focused on his singles career right now. And at this stage, that makes complete sense. For young players trying to break into the top tier, every tournament, every match, every ranking point matters. Adding mixed doubles to the schedule isn't always practical. Still, the idea alone has already captured attention. Because fans love possibilities. They love imagining what-if scenarios. And this one? It's hard to ignore. Now, while Fonseca's mixed doubles experience is still limited, Eala's story in this format is very different. She's not new to this stage. In fact, she's already represented her country in mixed doubles at major events. One of her standout moments came at the Asian Games, where she partnered with Nino Alcantara. Together, they fought through tough matches and earned a bronze medal for the Philippines. That achievement wasn't just about the result. It was about proving that she could compete and succeed in a team environment, where coordination and trust are just as important as individual skill. And she didn't stop there. A couple of years later, she reunited with Alcantara at the Southeast Asian Games. Once again, they delivered. Another bronze medal. Another moment of pride. Another reminder that Eala thrives when given the chance to compete in mixed formats. These experiences have shaped her game in ways that singles alone cannot. Mixed doubles teaches players to adapt quickly. To think differently. To anticipate not just one opponent, but two. It sharpens reflexes, improves net play, and builds a deeper understanding of strategy. And for Eala, it's clearly something she enjoys. She's spoken openly about her love for mixed doubles. About how it brings a different kind of excitement to the game. About how sharing the court with another player creates a unique dynamic that you simply don't get in singles. That passion was also evident during an exhibition match at the Macau Tennis Masters. Teaming up with Junqing Shang, a player she had known since their junior days, she stepped onto the court not just as a competitor, but as someone reliving a shared journey. Even though they didn't win that match, the experience itself was meaningful. Because sometimes, tennis isn't just about victories. It's about moments. About connections. About the stories that unfold on and off the court. And that brings us back to where things stand now. Eala is currently focusing on her singles career. Like many young players, she's navigating the ups and downs that come with competing at the highest level. Recent tournaments have seen her fall short of deep runs, with exits in the round of 16 at key events. But here's the thing about rising stars, they learn fast. Every loss becomes a lesson. Every setback becomes motivation. And her next challenge is already on the horizon. A clash against Leylah Fernandez at the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix in Stuttgart. It's the kind of match that could define her momentum moving forward. A win could spark a breakthrough. A loss could raise more questions. But either way, it's another chapter in a journey that's just getting started. And that's what makes following players like Eala so exciting. You're not just watching matches. You're watching a career unfold in real time. You're seeing decisions, risks, and moments that will shape who they become in the sport. So when she casually mentions a dream mixed doubles partner like Joao Fonseca, it's more than just an answer. It's a glimpse into her mindset. A sign that she's thinking beyond the obvious. That she's willing to imagine bold combinations and new possibilities. And maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what tennis needs. Because the future of the sport isn't just about who wins the most titles. It's about who brings something new. Who creates excitement. Who gives fans a reason to stay invested. Eala is already doing that. Whether it's through her singles journey, her doubles appearances, or even the way she talks about the game, she's building a connection with fans that goes beyond rankings. And if one day, we actually see her step onto the court for a mixed doubles match with Fonseca, well, don't be surprised if it becomes one of the most talked about moments in tennis. But until then, the question remains. Should rising stars like Eala and Fonseca take more risks with formats like mixed doubles? Or is it smarter to stay focused on singles until they reach the very top? Let me know what you think, because this is one debate that's only going to get bigger as the next generation takes over the sport.